Okay, guys, welcome to the 5th annual 4th of July Fairmount Ferals versus the
Ryan Place Flyers.
annual softball game.
Extravaganza.
It's an extravaganza.
Certainly extravagant.
It's a hot day. It's an American day. It's a great day for some baseball.
Yes. Was Sergio about to throw out the first pitch?
All right, so we've got TJ on production here. TJ, you want to introduce yourself?
I don't have a mic.
All right, there he goes.
TJ says hello.
All right, and we've got Brady here to my right.
Hello.
Read your
here
left.
with us to keep us distracted, and of course I'm Alec. We're going to work through this lineup. Neighborhood police officer Sergio out for the first pitch.
Ooh, and it's a strike.
It is a strike.
Looks like the Ferals are going to bat first, so they are the away team on the road, if you will.
It was a long drive.
Rules are going to be pretty standard for this game. They get 2 home runs, and then after that, it'll be an out until the other team gets to match the 2 home runs.
Absolutely. Each batter. Okay.
All right.
All right. So
Just informed the count will be started at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Speed the game up a little bit.
So this has got some different rules than even normal softball, right?
Depending on the league. Typical
Depending on the
softball is a 1-1.
There's 2 strikes. You get 1 free foul ball. You foul the ball a second time, that's strike 3.
Okay. And we're teaching the rules to the players currently. We're all going to figure this out.
Might be a make it up as you go along situation.
And I'm okay with that.
yeah.
I'm open to it.
It's 4th of July, you know.
Hey, we're all having fun here.
We're all having fun. Everybody's having a good time, a real good time. Did we learn who the pitcher is?
No, we have not yet. But that's okay. I'm not even sure which team lineup because Bernie Scheffler is on both teams on this. Is this?
What Bernie, what a good sport, you know.
Yeah.
He does not discriminate
everybody.
between the town lines.
Yeah.
I think he's going to play the field for the Flyers and bat for the Ferals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that? I'm so gullible. Do we know what this is? I was texted.
No, I believe that's the lineup for Ryan Place, the Flyers.
And he just assumed I knew everyone on the.
That I don't know.
We don't have a comprehensive list. Okay, I see what's going on here.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay, batting first are the Ferals. We've got
Number 10.
So this year they did change the rules a little bit, though. Women will be allowed to use aluminum, but the men have to bat with wood bats.
first pitch.
There you go.
Drops in there. A little blooper past third base.
There you go.
That's a single.
Good start for the Flyers.
launch into the same spot.
Hot corner couldn't get a handle on that one. Overthrows
Oh.
the second base. Oh,
Ball is out of play. That
Ball is-
should hold them at the bag. Got a runner on third and second, no outs. It's a nice little drive down to third off the third baseman's glove. All right, did we get the name thing figured out?
we
Working on it.
All right.
do not have a lineup for the Ferals.
I believe I do. Let me work that out for you. Oh, look at that. That is crazy. They put everything in front of us.
Hey, what do you know?
Well, I think you were supposed to sit here.
Pitcher's got an interesting delivery, a little sidestep before he throws it.
We've got Russell Watson up to bat. He wears a large, and his position is shortstop.
I bet he could go with a medium if he really wanted to, though.
Not on a hot day like this. There he is.
Oh, drives it right down the middle. Scores a run for the Ferals. We've got runners on the corners.
Yep, Melanie's across the plate.
She will be playing right field.
One nothing, still no outs.
Georgie lives in Fairmount?
Gotta say, boys, when it comes to style, I think the Ferals have already won this game. Got some nice cutoff jean shorts out there, some cat ears rolling around.
Yeah.
All right. Now batting is Ryan Campbell. He'll be at the hot corner, third base. Oh, fouls
foul
that
ball.
one off.
Ball. Kind of in the danger zone over here.
There's a highway directly to us here in the danger zone. Could not leave that alone. Oh, and he fires one out to left field.
Whoa.
And that is out of here.
It'll be a home run.
Hit the Caterpillar
Homers,
front
clear
loader.
the bases. My car is not safe.
Yeah, 3-run home run, making it 4-0.
4-0
Fairmount,
Ferals.
still no outs.
So is there a inning run limit? Is it a 10-run limit?
You know, I'm not sure, Alec. I know that I heard some talk of no more than 2 home runs.
All right. Well, I don't know if we have to worry about that here with Dina.
Oh, and it's foul.
Foul. That brings the count to 1-2. Dina will be the catcher. One of the listed catchers, anyway. Ooh, outside.
Good eye.
Still unsure on that run limit. I don't believe that there is going to be one this game.
I'll bet there is.
Dina
Oh,
knocks one right
Dina.
up the middle.
Nice little rip.
All right, John Carney coming up to the plate with a runner on first and no outs.
Whoa,
First pitch,
swing and a
swing.
miss.
He'll need a rocket up his ass to catch up to that one.
Sure will.
Oh, and looks like we
Over to
have
the
a
corner.
double. Oh!
Nice slap butt by Carney to the third baseman. Missed the throw to second. That'll advance the runner to third. John stays on first.
We have an, I think the scorer will score that one as an error on the second baseman.
But they were trying to get it out of their glove before they were
Now we have
making the throw.
Greg Silva at the plate.
I think the pitcher's delivery is meant to throw off the Ferals, but it doesn't seem to be doing the job today.
Oh, fielded it.
All right, first out of the game, but a run scores, so that's an RBI sacrifice for Silva.
What's that number?
And this is Aaron Maben as he watches ball one, brings his count to 2-1.
Looked a little high, but they're going to call that a strike.
Ooh,
Aaron gets a piece
Took
of one,
the-
and it bloops in there.
took the dirt off of that ball.
Runners advance. So we have runners on the corners with John Carney over at third.
You can observe a lot just by watching there, Alec.
Brian Holland at the plate. He takes first pitch
A
in
high
the center
floater.
field. And that brings the second out of the inning.
John comes across.
Sacrifice fly, scores the run.
We're at 6-0. Fly. Or I'm sorry, Ferals.
Meg Kaczynski looks in, swings it. The first pitch for strike two.
Just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed on that one.
There she goes.
All right, someone wake Reed up.
All right. Ground out to second will end the inning. We got the Flyers up next.
But the Ferals score 6 here in the top half of the first inning. And an impromptu team meeting by Carney.
Not surprising there. Just a little pep talk before they take the field.
Analyzing the situation, I'm sure.
Intensely.
Really, Jason? Is that thing on? Yeah. Oh. Live streaming.
Here we go. There's TJ. I'm sure you could hear him at home.
See his number?
The pitcher for the Ferals warming up now. Looks like he's got a more straightforward delivery than the Flyers.
Hello to all the people watching. From all of us, we appreciate you.
All right. Pop out to left field, I'm sorry. One out, no one on.
Early out, you know, with a 6-run lead by the Ferals, that early first out, but we've got the Mad Bomber.
Oh.
And it's popped out to center field.
The pitcher put a little spin on that one, got under it a little bit.
That's a quick
Two
two
quick
outs.
outs.
We've got Mike Shreve at the plate as he watches ball one.
All one. A little low.
That brings the count to 2-1 since we are starting with the 1-1 count. All right, 3-1 count to Mike. Willie Lindsay is the pitcher. Mike swings at a hot corner down the third base line, makes it into the outfield as Mike is storming around the base pad and will turn that into a triple.
Oh. So they're going to call that a ground rule double, went out of play. Going to bring him back to second.
Mike came to play with those wheels.
Yeah, he was messing around, tooling.
Don't want to be blocking the plate when Mike's coming around the hot corner.
Got Brandon Van Dyke in that right-handed batter. Looks in at the first pitch, and he lets that one go by him for ball 2. Mike swings at the second pitch. It's popped out. 3 quick outs and no runs by the Flyers. That's really surprising, don't you think, Reed, considering their...
Well, the last few years they've been coming to play, and I'm sure they're here to play today. Just might take a little time.
A lot of baseball to be played.
How's the chicken, Alec?
It sounds delicious.
We want to thank all our sponsors today. Super Chicks,
Super Chicks.
Get Chicken,
Cardinal Financial and John Morris over there doing great work.
Get Money,
Hashtag get money.
hashtag Get Money, Chat Room Pub, the usual. If I could read the back of one of these shirts a
We got
little
the
better.
Vaqueros. This is
The Fort Worth Vaqueros, Get Soccer.
Luckily, you won't have to deal with us through those games, but they use the same streaming for the Vaqueros, so
Old
you
Home
guys can be
Supply
at home
Store.
and listen and watch those games as
Anytime
well.
Fitness, Old Home Supply, Lovelace Law Firm, Trinity General Contractors, and Sportswear Graphics.
If I could just read the back of one of those shirts, I'll let you know who our sponsors are. TJ's sitting right there.
He doesn't. He's having an old. He's in an old shirt. Classic tee.
Oh. That's back when they just had one sponsor, the usual.
Oh,
This thing has really grown.
yes, it is.
Jason Lee up to the plate.
An estimated attendance of 200 people out there today.
It's quite the turnout.
Jason Lee swings at the first pitch, goes right through the second baseman's legs, and that is 2 errors likely scored. But, you know, we're out here having fun, sun in your eyes.
It's a nice little single out of that one.
Jake Richter up at the plate.
With the shortest shorts. Taking the ball.
He's hoping those shorts will distract the pitcher. Takes ball 3, brings the count to 3-1. Ball 4, just like that.
Take your base.
Jake, we get to watch those legs strut down the first baseline.
I think some of the parents are shielding their children's eyes out there when Jake gets up to bat.
We've got Hugo Centeno Jr. up to bat. No left-handed batters so far by either team. Got no outs with runners on first and second as Centeno steps in there.
Little coaching by pitch out there. I think he's trying to set him up for the double play here. See if they can pull it out.
Foul ball.
Two-two count to Centeno.
Oh,
Ooh.
getting a little friendly there with the
Yeah.
chin music.
Gonna empty the
Continue.
bullpens.
Oh,
And second base coming through this time.
runners on the corners with one out. We've got the big John McCurdy stepping in with a 2XL.
Ready to crush.
I say 6'5".
Tall enough, Brady.
I think all he does is got to get a hold of it, and it's gone.
As he watches the first pitch, ball one. Oh, gets under that one. Oh, and a quick second out. McCurdy misses that one. We've got Georgie stepping up to the plate. Oh, we have our.
And we have a left-handed batter. Well,
All right.
I believe she's British.
All right.
All the way,
This
all the way.
This should go poorly then.
Not her favorite holiday today, but she's a good sport about it.
There she goes, right down to third.
Oh, is he fumbled?
Runner comes in. She's
Not before the run scores, though. One run scores. So that's a quick second, top of the second. But the Ferals do get on the board with one run.
It is now 7-0 Ferals.
Did you get the score?
Yes.
7-0 Barrel.
Amy Shepard will be our first batter here at the bottom half of the second inning with the Ferals leading 7-0. Of course, per the rules, we start out with a 1-1 count, and Amy swings at the first pitch, right back to the pitcher, and we got a quick first out.
Barrels are fielding really well today. Not giving these guys a chance.
I suspect foul play, perhaps some performance-enhancing substance.
The chicken.
The
Alec?
chicken strips.
The testing's really gone downhill the past couple of years.
And right to first base.
Jake Neal with the
Just a
quick out.
String of bad luck for the Ryan place, guys.
Can't seem to put it in the hole.
No.
These guys are getting outs before I can even find their name on the sheet. That was Jake Neal.
Oh!
Jason Allen
Whoa.
right back to third base
So a
with
quick-
a quick out.
Quick 3 and out.
A little bit of bad luck for the Flyers there. That was a
Yeah.
hard hit ball.
That
It
was
was.
a 3-pitch inning by the Ferals. May have lasted less than 2 minutes. And they're right back to bat, are the Ferals. It came to play this year. All right, we're at the top half of the third inning, and the Ferals have an opportunity to build on that 7-0 lead that they have. And Ryan Place will have a new pitcher in there. The more standard delivery. Up to bat first for Fairmount will be Hans Weedle. You're in good Hans.
I think right now the Flyers might be pondering the words of Yogi Berra. It's not the heat, it's the humility that's getting them down. Oh.
It's not the heat, it's the humility. Three-one count to Hans. As he gets a good one, takes a big swing at that one and misses. We've got a full count.
There was nothing pretty about that swing, I'll tell you that.
Hans' eye paint game is on point today.
Ooh.
Oh, big swing and a strikeout. We have our first strikeout of the day at Hans. The eye paint not coming through that time. Todd Moy steps in. He's batting 11th. Swings at the first pitch, and it's deep left field. And the second out of the inning.
Caught by left center. They are playing 4 outfielders.
The shift is on. Raul Meza steps in with 2 outs here and the third. Pitch is outside for a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
We did have a pitching change this inning too.
Yep.
Yes.
Raul takes a big
high one.
swing, and it's out to left field, and that's 3 outs. The Flyers apparently do not realize it.
He likes those high pitches. I'm sure he'll remember that next time he's up to bat.
Yep.
Quick top half of the third. Farrells will be switching pitchers as well. John will step on the mound. And catching for the Farrells will be Dina Silva. If there's one thing I remember from my softball days, it's that we need a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
That's very true.
Luckily, John's both. You used to play with John Carney there, Alec, right?
On the Lockheed League for a bit. We have Gilbert Gutierrez stepping in. He's the first batter here in the bottom half of the third for the Flyers.
John not happy about that ball 1 called.
First pitch out to left field, and Jason Lee is there to scoop that one in for the first out. Ryan O'Connell steps in as Carney delivers a ball that brings the count to 2-1.
John's trying to figure out that curve, it looks like.
Yeah,
Hasn't
John's
quite got it down.
Ryan
Bit of
takes a
spin.
swing.
Oh.
Second out. And they came to field the ball here,
Yes.
the Farrells.
Another 2 quick outs.
Alex Tordiglione Burns steps in and
Oh.
swings at the second pitch for a line drive foul.
Right into the crowd. Hope everybody's all right out there. Looks like they're going to move the kids over. Not the safest of territories.
No.
Alex watches
John's
ball
throwing.
3. Alex
Oh.
takes a big swing, and it is fair.
It is fair to left.
She holds up at first as that was fielded quickly by Jason out in left field.
Flyers get their first base hit out of 2 innings now. Maybe breaking the drought.
Kurt Nielsen steps up. Takes a big swing and gets past the.
Gets through.
Alex is going to hold up at second. Nielsen at first. We've got 2 runners on with 2 outs. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third. And the Flyers send Jason Jones up to the plate. Jones looks at ball 2 as it be.
John's throwing a little light.
Big swing. John knocks it down, tosses it to third, and you have your third out.
Third out.
Another quick, clean inning by the Ferals, who hold on to a 7-run cushion.
Looks like the Flyers are going to bring in their second pitching change for the game.
I believe he pitched the last inning. Great. It does look like they made a change at second, where they were having some problems earlier.
So we start the top half of the fourth with Willie Lindsay stepping in.
Calling his shot to
Shot.
left center.
And
See if he can put it out there.
And
Not quite.
nope.
Pop up to the pitcher.
It did go that general direction.
It did. Had the accuracy, but none of the distance.
It's true.
All right, Nathan Spitzberg steps in with 1 out here in the fourth. Watches ball 2. 2-1 count. Spitzberg with a little pizzazz there at the plate, gets a little hip swing and knocks
There
it
he
through
is,
the second
right
base
there.
hole. And we have runners on. We have a runner on first base here in the fourth inning for the Ferals, as Melanie McFarland steps up.
Nothing you can do about that, Mom.
And Melanie looks in at the first pitch and watches ball 1, ball 2 as it may be.
Ooh, spit inside.
So the batters, just to recap, are starting with a 1-1 count to speed the game along. Also, 2 foul balls in and at bat is an out. Melanie takes a chop and knocks it to shortstop. 2 outs here in the top half of the fourth. As Jeff Pingelli steps up. Pingelli looks at the first pitch, takes a big hack at it,
It's up.
and that's a quick 3 outs.
We got all our action in the first inning, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Guess everybody's saving it for the last part. I think Johns forgot what sport he was playing a couple minutes ago.
I think those Miller Lights might be kicking in for that
Maybe.
team. Everybody's slowing down a little bit.
Try and juggle a softball.
John doing a good job of keeping score as well as pitching.
I believe assistant coach as well.
Third base.
Bat boy. Working on his underhand delivery during warm-ups in between.
He's got a bit of a spin, doesn't he?
That's so disgusting.
Trying to turn it.
Still can't quite figure it out. Looks like he's in a little trouble with it. Might have to stick to the fastball.
Ryan Place, they got after it a little bit in this last inning. I think they're just getting warmed up.
Ben Gaffield steps up with his cousin Eddie flight cap.
Wow.
Nice scoop by shortstop and barely makes the out.
Wow.
Impressive play.
Yes.
It was a hard hit ball up the middle. Again, though, Flyers still having trouble putting the ball through a hole.
Not for lack of trying.
One out here in the bottom half of the fourth.
Curveball in the dirt outside. That's our first walk of the game. Don't see that a lot in softball.
Josh Gardner takes a quick walk from John Carney, who I'm sure will analyze that at bat for the next week.
Need somebody to
Stay out of front of him.
Misty McCaslin takes a big hack at that one. 2-2 count. Oh, and she hit. They get the out at second base. Fielder's choice single by Misty. But we now have 2 outs
2 outs, runner on first.
here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Jim Garrison steps in. Apparently, takes a big hack at that one.
John Carney, a bit all over the place this inning.
3-2 count. Takes a big hack at that one. Oh, gets the lead runner for the 3rd out. And again, I'm impressed with the fielding by the Ferals.
Yes.
They came.
Ground ball pitching.
Looking like Beltray out there with that scoop.
Well, we go into the 5th inning with the Ferals holding on to their 7-run leads. It's 7-0. And there is a pitching change for the Flyers. They bring in
Another guy.
another guy. As soon as I can see his number, I will give you a name. It's a clear day here at Daggett Elementary. Temperatures in the mid-90s, a light breeze. We want to wish everyone out there watching a happy 4th of July.
Be safe and watch your fingers around fireworks. Or don't. I don't want to tell you how to live your life.
Russell Watson up to bat to start the 5th inning for the Ferals. Russell's ready and takes a look at the first pitch. That's strike 2. Oh, takes a big swing.
Straight down center.
Straight down center field.
That one's going all the way to the fence.
And we got a double.
All right, double to start out the 5th inning. As Ryan Campbell steps in. No outs here in the 5th. He takes a big swing at the
swing.
first pitch. And it's off the fence.
And double, but the runner didn't get around.
He kind of held up to make sure that that ball was not
fielded.
going to be caught and fielded. All right. And we have our catcher, Dina Silva, up to bat. Dina swings at first pitch, makes it through the gap. The runner will score, making it another runner will score. 9-0 Farrells with no outs here in the fifth. Dina comes up big. She holds up at first base.
And Fairmount is cooking.
I think everyone's cooking a little bit today.
Little toasty.
Carney up to bat. Swings at the first pitch.
Swings at the wildest ball he could.
Pine Tar looks a little high on the bat, but I guess the hump's going to let it slide.
Carney.
John, blooper to left.
Looper to left, just makes good, clean contact. Not trying to kill it that time.
He's getting on base.
Having a little trouble throwing the curveball, but not any problem hitting it today.
That's true. This is a Kevin Costner movie, right? The Trouble with the Curve.
He did a few baseball movies. I'm sure
Believe
that's one of
so.
them.
I'm sure John's seen it a million times. Ooh, and John is out at second.
Almost a little incident out there.
Runners in the corners.
Big Aaron Maben steps up with one out here in the fifth.
Took the first pitch, looked like a nice one, but not his style.
Runners on the corners. Takes a big hack at that one. Pop fly to left field. And that will be your second out here in the fifth. Big Brian Holland steps up. 2 outs here, runners on the corners. Takes a look at that first pitch, and that's a ball. 2-1 count to Brian. High and outside. 3-1 count. A ball here would load the bases. Brian takes a big hack, and the glove of the second baseman.
Going in the outfield. Runners across.
1 run will score. 2 runs will score.
Got a double.
Brian got a double out of that, but let's be honest, that should have been an out
Yeah.
and would have ended the inning, but now it's 11-0 Farrells. As Meg steps up with 2 outs and a runner on second.
Takes the first pitch, ball 1, 2. And that'll end the inning.
But not before the Farrells put some more runs on the board to make it 11-0.
11-0.
Here comes that breeze. Old Glory's starting to wave a little bit. Not too bad out today.
Ryan
Bottom
plays.
half of the 5th inning, Brian Place.
Looking to get on the board here. A lot of well-hit balls. Farrells have been all over them.
Sean Crotty steps in. The Flyers rather, haven't even made it through their lineup with the stellar play by the Farrells. But that can change in one inning, as we've seen in past years. Sean swings at the first pitch. It's right to the shortstop, and he is out. Another quick out, cleanly fielded ball by the Ferals. Jeff Schroeder steps in and he watches ball 2.
I think Ryan Place has got to remember that this game is 90% mental. It's the other half that's physical.
I don't even fraction. Schroeder swings right to the shortstop, and he mishandles it. That's going to be safe at first.
A rare flub from the Ferals.
Trying to get a little rally started here.
Thanks. You know, perhaps they are setting him up for the double play ball. We shall see. Steve Shepard steps up and takes ball 2.
Steve is on the plate. Doesn't want to give him any room.
Someone explain the batter's box to Steve.
Oh, little chin music there. Takes ball 4.
We've
got runners on base.
runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Flyers looking to capitalize on some runners here. Swings at the first pitch.
Was a little inside, but she stepped out and swung anyways.
It's a little indecision in the infield there.
Farrells couldn't quite get that one out at first. We got bases loaded.
Nathan looked at the runner at third, but went to first, and all the runners are safe with 1 out here. Bases loaded with only 1 out. Bernie takes a, that is not Bernie.
Oh.
All right, Flyers finally on the board.
Flyers on the board.
(11-1) here in the bottom half of the 5th with only 1 out. The bases are still loaded. 2 outs. 11-2. I see.
Oh. Flyers beginning to capitalize.
Bases loaded, still only 1 out. Flyers have scored 2 runs here in the bottom half of the 5th. Mike Shreve in there. Mike Shreve Jr. And he pops it up. The pitcher comes in and cannot handle that one.
And
A run will score.
the ball is in the bushes.
2 across the plate. They might send 1 back for the ball getting stuck in the bushes.
I know. They should have called it in from fly.
There's a little confusion on the field about the rules. Sending.
So the runner is out due to the infield fly rule, if I understand correctly, but the runners do advance, so a run will score. That's 3 runs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Flyers with 2 outs. George Havrila steps in and swings at the first pitch, and that will bring across 2 runs as 5 have scored here for the Flyers in the bottom half of the 5th. We do have 2 outs with a runner at first. As big Will Bucker steps in there. That could be Rucker as this list is cut off. Looks like it might be Rucker. Swings at the pitch. Fielded cleanly, but then he drops it. The Ferals may be running out of gas out there. They are just mishandling. Perhaps we spoke too soon on their fielding.
Yeah, kind of falling apart here in the 5th.
It's 11-5. 11-5. Big hack right back to the pitcher. And just fielding woes continue here in the 5th for the Ferals.
It's your classic pitcher there move. Can get it over the plate all day long, but once they field it, it's hard to get it to first. Ooh, throwing behind the batter on that one.
I think he's sending a message. Oh, he reached for that one. And another mistake.
Second error in a row for the pitcher for the Ferals.
That's 3 in this inning. You have to wonder if the pressure of this stage is getting to him.
That'll bring it to 11-6. Looks like the Flyers are closing the gap here.
The Flyers have now matched the Ferals' big first inning. The Ferals do still have the 5-run cushion, but with
Quickly evaporating.
Like the sweat off my brow.
Oh. That's disgusting.
Huh?
oh, and he swings. And that's the 3rd out.
Eleven to 6, going to the 6th.
6-11, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 innings.
That long half inning may have taken it out of the Ferals as they're all head back for their Bud Lights
A lot of
and Dos Equis.
A lot of heads down on the way back to that dugout. It was the longest walk back they've had.
Nothing shotgunning a beer can't cure here on this Independence Day. Jason Lee will lead off here in the 6th inning. Jason made some heads-up plays back in the 4th to avoid some runs by the Flyers back out in left field.
Let's see if he can bring that to the plate.
New pitchers on for the Flyers.
I think this was their starter.
Yes.
Brought him back.
Starter's back. Look who's back. Still never got his number.
Guess they're playing free substitution today. No rules on that. Come and go as you please.
It's a free country.
Especially today.
Oh, yeah. Celebrate good times. Come on.
You guys missed the whole thing. You missed Super Chicks. You missed those names, but I didn't say this, Asher. I'll have it. No, next. That is Asher.
Jason way back in the box. Wild delivery by the pitcher. Brings it to a 2-1 count. Jason makes good contact out to right field to reach first base with no outs here in the 6th. Big Jake Richter steps up. Those shorts are offensive.
Alec, I think he's going for the Theismann Award.
Jake watches ball 3, 3-1 count. Takes a big hack at that for a full count. Jake adjusts his thong. Takes a big swing.
Out to left, it's in play.
Fair ball.
No outs, runners on first and second.
Jason held up at second. Probably could have made it over to third with 1 out. Centeno steps in there. Wait, 1 out?
No outs.
No outs.
You're backing up. I can't get it.
G-O-O-D-E-Y-E. Good eye by Centeno. Centeno takes a big hack, and it's out to left field. Jason Lee running like Beltre.
Coming across.
And he will score.
And the
Runners will advance.
ball's thrown long.
Fortunately, he didn't pull a hammy like Beltre around in third like that.
Oh, good.
Jason is old, so perhaps caution is the best approach for him running the base pad.
Very true.
Baby Huey steps up, John McCurdy.
He is not afraid of that softball.
No.
McCurdy takes a big hack
Big swing.
high in the left field. The wind's going to keep that one in play.
Brings a runner across and to third. It's
Little collision there at third.
yeah. Farrell's running aggressive.
Bring it 13-6.
Apparently, I've been in an ant mound, and I just about 20 ants on in my shoe. The good news is they're not fire ants; they're just little
All part of the game, Alec. All part of the game.
Yes,
little black sugar ants. Why is it got to be
sugar.
sugar? Oh, and a wild throw! I hit it.
Little fan interference from Ellick here.
Yeah.
And we're getting in on the action now.
That one made it back here to the media booth.
Georgie gets a double out of that.
Hans in there, watches ball 1. Hans a little more patient than his last at bat, takes a big hack at the second pitch.
Out to left, and it is caught.
That is the second out here in the 6th. Is that the first out?
I believe that's the second.
Todd Moy steps in, swings at the first pitch. It gets past the third baseman. Georgie
Hard hit ground ball all the way to left field.
regretting those Jaegers from last night.
Gonna stay at third.
Impressive double by Georgie, considering her BAC is probably .15 at this point.
might be a fair majority of our friends out here.
Would you say a fair amount of our friends?
A fair amount, yes.
Raul in there, takes a big swing out to
Oh.
left field.
Bobbled out in the field.
Georgie scores and she is done. She has called an Uber to the chat room.
Another little collision at third. It's getting dangerous over there. It'll be 16-6.
Willie Lindsay in there.
Shorts are looking a little long today.
After his last at bat, he decided to take the first pitch.
He did not call his shot this time. Second pitch, big swing.
Didn't have
It's
to.
out of
It's
here.
gone.
Woo! As he showboats around the base pad, I'm sure the Flyers will remember that his next at bat.
Having a little fun out there, tossing some beer on Lindsay. Well, he did get the shot he called after all.
Just took him a couple at bats.
Well, Fairmount Ferals, revel in this victory because your property taxes are going crazy.
I believe that takes us to 17-6.
Back to an 11-run lead for the Ferals. They've erased that 6-run fifth inning by the Flyers. Nathan Spitzberg up to bat. Ooh, takes a big hack.
Swing and a miss.
Way high and outside. That brings the count to full. Spitzberg fouls that one off. That's only his first foul of this at bat, so he's still in there. But remember, 2 fouls per at
You're
bat.
out.
Spitzberg swings, gets it through
Gets
the
it
gap.
over to second. Another runner on.
As this inning continues here in the top half of the 6th. Melanie in there explaining to the umpire her strike zone is much lower than everyone else's. Melanie takes a big swing,
It's
infield
up.
fly roll, and she is out.
And that'll
7
bring it in.
runs
7
scored.
runs scored.
Yeah.
Hey, 7 runs scored, so it should be 8.
Oh. Yep.
Joe, that's the best 7 I've seen all day. Really, really good.
Ferals have come to play this year.
They're not messing around.
Yes, I don't think they enjoyed how it worked out the last few years. And
The
so they've shown up.
The anti-doping committee has some questions about the Ferals' performance today.
No, I can only do it when I'm not dominating.
They're definitely not testing for alcohol out there. I used to drink during these broadcasts. I still do, but I used to too.
Cue the cricket sounder.
All right.
As Reed Googles funny baseball quotes, we'd like to remind you of some of our sponsors. The Chat Room Pub, The Usual, the Fort Worth Vaqueros, Cardinal Financial and John Morris, Super Chicks,
Sportswear Graphics,
Gotta love the super chicks.
Old Home Supply,
Trinity Construction, General Contractors.
They do a little bit of everything.
Lode to everybody out there. Nick, Mark, Skylar, Ashley, Laura. Hello.
Hello. Melanie, that is not Melanie.
Reed, why don't you tell the fans at home what are some of the hot spots for fireworks tonight?
Hot spots for fireworks? Well, you can always check out the Botanical Gardens or anywhere around that.
Panther Island Pavilion.
Panther Island Pavilion will have them.
If you can gain access to any of the rooftops of those urban apartments, that's a great place to watch.
Well, Flyers looking to get back in there, the runner on first.
Christy Easterly was the first batter of the bottom half of this sixth, and she walked. And now we have our second walk of the inning. That was Matt Babcock. Now we have Mike Shreve. Odd how the Flyers are batting in order as listed, and the Ferals are all over the place.
Pitching's been falling apart a little bit here for the Ferals in the last couple innings.
You should probably cover one eye. Ooh,
Oh.
big swing,
Big swing.
but doesn't connect.
This is Mike Shreve Sr.
Mike Shreve has been pitching the last couple innings. In fact, the biggest Farrell innings.
13 runs off of Mike, the first and the sixth.
So they're trying to take an illegal lead out there at second, got called back.
Mike takes a big hack.
Rips
and
a
it's
big
foul
foul.
over at the playground.
I think that one cleared the pole.
My favorite people out here today are the ones who keep coming to us and asking the score.
Oh, yeah.
With the scoreboard right in front of us. Next time they ask the score, just point at the scoreboard right in front of you.
Yeah. Instead of writing it down for him, passing him a note.
Want to look at this board right here?
I'm sorry, sir. No, this isn't a thing. I'm working on ground control for an airplane right now.
Not the greatest broadcast ever, but we're
And we've
still
got our
alive.
first sign.
Here we go. Go Ferals. Got a youngster walking around trying to rev up the crowd.
Oh! Going after that ball.
2 runs will score with that line drive. 3 runs will score.
Oh,
In.
getting some action here in the booth.
My live flashed before my eyes, and it was pretty boring.
Not a lot happening there, huh? Like,
How many runs came across there? 3?
it's 3. It's going to bring it to 18-9. Flyers really heating up here later in the game.
Mm-hmm. Starting to find a bit of their
And
stroke.
they are going to pull their pitcher. Looks like we got
Looking for a
a
pitch change.
Jake Richter.
The golden boy.
that he is.
Jacob, looks like Jake Furr.
I believe he's more of a short relief guy. Maybe set up for the next inning.
I see the strategy here with bringing Jake in. That those shorts perhaps will distract the batter. He is ready to go. First pitch, strike one.
Right.
As Amy Shepard watches strike one go by. 3-1 count. Amy takes a big hack at it. That's
Foul
foul.
ball.
First foul of the at-bat, so she stays alive. Popped up,
Blooper to the
back
pitcher.
to the pitcher, and Jake hauls that one in safely for the first out of this inning. Jake Neal steps up. Jake to Jake there.
Big crush.
Big crush. He holds up at first for a single.
Oh, a little bobble in action on the field. Holds him at first, though.
Big Jason Allen steps up.
Wait, how many runs have they scored? 4.
People call him Big Bird. Allen takes a big hack and
Big
fouls
hack.
that
Looks
one.
a bit foul.
2 strikes. Jason Big Bird Allen now with 2 strikes.
Really crushed that ball. He straightens that out. The Ferals are going to be in a little trouble here.
Jake delivers. Jason swings. Another foul, and that's
I believe that was cut.
just beyond our sight line here with the merry-go-round in the way.
And that was caught for. Out number 2. Hard hit between first and second.
Mishandled in the
Runner
outfield.
comes from first, makes it to third. Missed throw to home. Going to score on that one. And that'll be a triple.
Kaczynski out there playing soccer.
Apparently someone's going to hurt somebody out on the field. I don't know if I can known that.
Ryan O'Connell in. He looks at the second pitch and takes a big hack down to third.
Stopped at the corner.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wild throw will score a run.
Should have just held on to that one. I don't think he had a chance getting them at first, and that will
It was a hard throw.
cost them a run. Bringing it to 11 runs for the Flyers.
O'Connell advances to second. 2 outs here
Still trying to close that gap.
as Alex steps in with 2 outs, takes a big swing at the first pitch for a foul. That brings the count to 1-2. Oh, big open stance by Alex as she
Big
takes
open
another big hack to third. Brings that in for the 3rd out, but not before 6 runs are scored by the Flyers.
Cheers. You got 6? Chase. 6.
We're through 6 innings here at Daggett Elementary Park.
It's the 7th inning.
Through 6.
Getting a little guff from the locals here.
Future branch managers of America here.
What is that noise?
A lot of high fives on the Farrell side.
They're having fun. I'm sure most of them are a little left to center by this point. It's been a long game.
The heat's a sobering thing, Brady.
This is true.
JT Hernandez behind the plate for the Flyers. Jeff Pingelli steps in. Jeff looks at ball 2.
And a strike.
Jeff waiting for the right pitch. Watches strike 2.
In our neighborhood, the only thing we have.
Takes a big swing at that one.
Oh.
Shortstop makes a good play there.
Fielded cleanly.
How far is
Umpire making the stop on that pitch.
Caught quite a few this inning already.
God bless him, because it's coming right at me if he doesn't stop it.
And it is up there. Fielded cleanly by the Flyers.
Quick at bat with Russell Watson's fly out to left field. Ryan Campbell comes in with 2 outs, no runners on.
Nice rip up the middle. Shortstop couldn't get a glove on it.
Through shortstop, we get a man on first.
Dina up to bat with a man on first, but 2 outs here. So to keep this inning alive, we'll need some good contact by Dina. She watches. Ball
First pitch
2.
ball.
It's a breeze coming in from left field. Dina
Dina
takes the big
dips
hat.
one. It's fair.
It's fair ball.
It'll be a ground roll double, bounced over the fence. They're going to stop play.
Dina holds up at first.
Should advance her to second. There she
Oh, there
goes.
she goes. So
Runners
now
on.
Nice little trot.
Skips to second base.
Don't see
runners
us.
at second and third with 2 outs, and John Carney in at
John
the bat.
Carney. The soccer cleats going. He's going cleats up.
Oh, let's hope not. This is a friendly game. But Carney is at bat, so you never know.
Sometimes not a friendly person.
Watches ball 2 as Reed bashes his friend at a public forum.
Oh,
And that's ball 4 to load him up. Was that
John wanted a hit there.
He did not look happy about taking that walk. but
perhaps the intentional walk as Greg Silva steps up? Big Greg Silva with the bases juiced. 2 outs here. Takes ball 1,
Some good discipline at the plate from the Ferals.
which
this
of course is ball 2 with the rules. Each batter starts with a 1-1 count. Big
Ooh,
swing.
foul ball, foul tip.
And a reminder that the Ferals do have 2 home runs, so if they do get one over the fence, it'll be an out until Ryan Place can match their 2 home runs.
Ground ball. John's out at second, and that'll end the top.
Top half of the 7th. No runs scored by the Ferals. It is now 18-12. So the Flyers have closed the gap here a bit.
And they'll look to capitalize here as they are running out of time.
Does anyone know where my wife got that food?
Does anyone know where you got a wife?
No. Maria Hill's from Mexico.
She was born in Fort Worth, asshole. Not that there's anything wrong with being born in Mexico.
Jeez. And we have a lot of children running the bases.
7th inning stretch as they let the kids out onto the field to run to the bases.
All right, they're having fun out there. Hey, looks like they're going to go for another round, too. You can't stop these kids at one trip around the bases.
No.
All right.
As summer in full swing for these kids and their parents, I'm sure burning off a little energy out there on the base pads is exactly what they want.
Get them ready for nap time before they go see fireworks.
Or perhaps
At a
they'll just
slide home plate.
sleep through all the heavy drinking. Parents now pulling their kids away from Jake in his shorts as he goes out there to
Oh,
try to
no.
high five.
oh, poor little girl fell face first into some shock. That's not going to make her day any better.
Nope, you got to touch home plate, sweetheart.
Oh,
She is not happy as she takes a face plant.
very upset. Got one lost around the pitcher's mound out there.
That Oakland A's hat has got to go.
Not appropriate.
Somebody push that kid over. Mom was drinking wine spritzers by 9:30 a.m., so he's just out there running wild.
Oh, he's back on track, rounding third. Here he comes. Oh, back to the pitcher's
going
mound.
back to the mound.
Yeah, taking the shortcut.
Little Noah Syndergaard out there with the Goldilocks.
It has been a complete free-for-all with these kids.
You got 18-12?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
John Carney coming to the booth for a little advice. This is an unbiased broadcast, John. Can't help you out there.
Just to mention some of our sponsors again, we have Lovelace Law, Anytime Fitness, Super Chicks, Trinity General Contractors, Old Home Supply, the Fort Worth Vaqueros, Cardinal Financial, and John Morris.
Sportswear Graphics, Chat Room Pub, and the usual.
Dunder Mifflin.
Thank you to all of our sponsors that helped make this possible.
Yeah, what is it?
Where's the bathroom? I'm like,
Still got a few kids out there making their rounds.
How many words was that? Is that a paper? How many words left? She does school. 18 to 12. We keep that six-run. Yeah.
All right.
all right. Well, as we approach the bottom half of the seventh inning here, the Ferals are up 18-12 on the Flyers.
Right next to the trash over there, and it's all the stuff to recycle.
Rowdy Kurt Nilsson will be leadoff batter if we can get these children off of the field.
I don't think we're going to. I think this game might be over. Just let the kids take over.
And he got rid of that ball. Now they're throwing their hats.
Definitely throw that A's hat.
Jeff,
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with you when the game resumes.
give me some water. I'm still running.
But they put up 12 in the last 2 innings.
We know, believe me, we're playing.
I can't even say that we've been like this amazing offensive line. They literally walked through it.
right, and we're back. Well, most of us. I think Reed's trying to figure out his life over there somewhere. Not sure if he's going to do it.
Reed lost his vape pen. He's out looking for that.
All right, and the crowd is excited.
Yeah, they're
The
pumped.
hype man is making sure everyone's awake out there in the outfield.
And here's to the 9 viewers we still have that have left their phones on.
All right, so bottom half of the 7th inning.
We got one particularly loud fan over there. I won't name any names, but Martha is really excited.
Getting hyped.
Martha Fireball Kaczynski out there.
Got her sister and brother-in-law playing on the team. A lot invested in this game.
She'll no doubt be sleeping on their couch tonight.
Taking side bets, I'm sure. Right, Alec, who we got up starting off for the Flyers?
Up to bat is crazy Kurt Nielsen.
This is the bottom of the 7th,
Kurt
am I
kicking
right?
dirt.
That was a
Bottom 7, that's
weird, weird 7th inning stretch there.
It was.
We marched to a beat of a different drummer.
Jake's still in there pitching as his first pitch is hit, popped up.
I think Brady just came in.
Oh! And Jason, that was Carney.
John, flubbing out there. He's going to beating himself up over that one. Should have bicycle kicked it.
Hard hit down the third base line. That's going to bring the runner around to third. And we're going to get a double out of that as well. Still no outs. Ducks on the pond in scoring position.
Jason Jones with the double. Runners at second and third.
That's what happens. All coaches across America is give it up.
Big Ben Gaffield leans in, looks at the first pitch from Jake. Big swing. And we have the blooper that falls in. Crazy Kurt will score.
John
Jason
holding the runner,
advances to third.
holding the runner at third.
Bring it to 13 to 18. Slowly but surely, the Flyers have been closing the gap on the Ferals.
Josh Garner with the big hit.
It's going to go to the fence. Scores one. Coming around third. They're going to hold him at third. Oh, no.
Jake Shorts perhaps
Missed throw to the infield.
keeping him from bending all the way down to get that grounder.
I don't think you can get those any looser.
You can probably get those shorts a little looser, though. That is.
Zing.
I believe you're supposed to cut the pockets off at that point.
Misty McCaslin steps in.
Well, you'd have nowhere to put your big league shoe then, right?
That's true.
Jake throws ball one.
Another high ball.
It's not going to give him anything.
Misty's big hack at that one for strike two.
And foul ball. Right towards the children.
I believe that children are the future.
And we definitely have some banana hammock action going on out on the mound. I don't know if that's appropriate.
That's why y'all standing up looking at him.
I'd say more like a jalapeno hammock, but hey.
Hey. And a strikeout.
Look it. She's gonna
First strikeout looking at a game. Yeah.
she's gonna have words with the umpire.
Jim Garrison up to Is that 2 outs? Is that 1?
That'll be 1.
1 out. Garrison, big swing. Runner at third. From third will score. Garrison holds up at first. Sean Crotty steps up with the patriotic socks.
Strike 2.
Only a 2-run differential, as close as this game's been since the start.
Sean Crotty, big swing down the third base line as it gets past.
It's like the Ferals are trying to calm down out there.
Jeff Schroeder steps into the plate, swings at the first pitch and a miss. That's 2 strikes as the count starts at 1-1 for each batter. Jake looking for his second strikeout of the inning.
Celebrity bartender Mark
Oh!
Weger is making his appearance throughout the field today, shaking hands, kissing babies, you know.
Been enjoying it, boys. Been enjoying it.
Just another LeBron James from Mark Weger out here today.
Mark making the jokes we made back in the second inning. Speaking of vape pens.
Whoa.
Bases are loaded for the Flyers.
Got a big choke up on this bat. Gonna look like a slap bone or something's going on here.
Yeah. Just trying to put it on the ground.
Counting on the Ferals making an error. She just wants to make contact and get it in the field of play.
Pinch
Bring in
runner.
a pitch runner.
Oh,
Pinch runner.
this is supposed to be a friendly game, but it looks like we're stepping it up a notch.
That you gotta hitch in his giddy up. Bring
Big swing. Just get to third. Oh, and that's 3 outs. Not before the damage is done. It's now 18-16 Ferals as we go to the top half of the 8th inning.
Big inning for the Flyers, though.
Flyers have been chopping away at that lead.
It will not be held back. Having a little dispute over the scoring. Farrell's looking to add to that pad.
Breeze blowing in from left field.
Just at the right time, starting to bake like a toasted cheeser out here.
Clouds moved in, provide a little brief
Relief.
from the sun.
What do we got up here to bet? High ball.
This is Big Aaron Maben. Watches ball 3. All right, ball 3, counts 3-1. Takes a big swing for a full count.
Really
Count
wanted
is
that one.
full. Probably could have let that one go, and he would be at first base. Takes a big hack for
Foul ball.
Foul ball. Count is still full.
I believe one more foul, and that will be
Be an out.
out.
So
I think everybody gets one. Spider-Man rules.
I don't even know what that means. Maybe with the count full, watches ball for
Take his base.
G-O-O-D-E-Y-E.
Good eye, mate.
Get a little jazzy with that bat at the plate.
A lot of pizzazz as he swings and misses. Brian Holland.
Ruben Sierra spin on that thing.
Holland making good contact that time, right out to right center. Runners on first and second with no outs here in the top half of the eighth. As Meg Kaczynski is up to bat.
Sporting the cat ears.
Have your pets spayed and neutered. Meg takes a swing, back to the pitcher's mound.
Safe all around. Bases loaded.
Bases are loaded for Jason Lee.
Oh, we're having a little dispute with the ump.
Video review is available.
TJ, can you play that one back for us? Looks like they are going to
They're-
call him
they're
out at
calling him
second.
out.
Yeah. Farrell's not happy about this one.
Ryan Place.
Some accusations of bribery are going on out there.
Hey, on the video, he's safe.
Runners at the corners now with one out. Jason takes a
Ooh,
big hack
foul
at the
tip.
first pitch, so that's brings the count to 1-2.
No trust for the booth over here, TJ. I believe you, man. Gonna have to send this one to New York.
Jason makes
wide
good
stance,
contact.
Big blooper.
Oh!
Sack fly
sack
puts a
fly
run.
brings a run in.
Unselfish play there by Jason Lee.
The Flyers are trying to play the umps more now. Get in where you fit in.
Jake Richter steps in with a runner on first.
Second cousin to Andy Richter, actually.
Ooh, a little chopper to third. It's dropped. It's bobbled. He falls over.
Perhaps those Coors Originals are taking their toll. Rocky Mountain Kool-Aid. Centennial steps in, Hugo Centennial Jr. With 2 outs here, he's got runners at first and second, and he watches strike one, waiting for his pitch. Big swing. As Meg Kaczynski makes it across home.
Twenty to 16.
Baby
Fairmount
Huey
fly.
in there. John McCurdy.
Big man looking to crush.
Big man, big heart.
Oh, big foul.
Big John McCurdy watches ball 3.
Been real picky at the plate today. waits for his pitch. And there it is.
And that is the pitch. Let's
High.
see if it drops.
Drops in there. Jake does
Coming
it.
around. Oh!
McCurdy moves over to second and Centeno over to third. And the wind caught that fly ball, and perhaps
it
the
back,
left fielder miscalculated with that wind pushing that ball back in.
Georgie Parker at the plate. Takes her ball.
The Ferals have built on their cushion here with
Oh!
21 to 16. Georgie
And that'll end the inning.
looking painful as she runs.
The Jaeger tribe.
Three runs scored in the top half of the eighth brings it to 21 to 16 Ferals.
Look at here, if you can find one. Oh, yeah. The crowd is having fun today. We just got noticed they ran out of beer. Everyone.
I think most of that was consumed by the Ferals before the game ever started. Big Willie Lindsay in there. Wiry Willie Lindsay, rather. Pitching.
Those shorts would still come down to like almost my knees.
Big windup.
Big windup for these underhanded pitches.
Bringing the heat.
Oh. Not a strike thrown at that count. Runner on first.
Hey, there's a strike.
Alston Gardiner in there. Watches strike one.
Got the real high socks on.
Austin.
Big hit to center and
Doubled
fielded
him
and a
up.
double out. Double play. Farrell's getting pumped out there.
Huge play for the Ferals.
Barely keeping the Flyers at bay.
Mike Shreve Jr. in as he watches strike one, bringing the count to 1-2. Takes a big swing up the middle. Shortstop makes a great play, but it's a pass ball.
Hard throw to first, goes
Hard
all the
throw to
way
first.
through the fence. Gonna hold him at second. Got Tom Petty in the background ruining everybody's day. All right, we'll make it through this.
Running down a dream.
Running down my dream.
As the Farrells look to run down and out.
As the Ferals look down to run down that pass ball.
I think they're still looking for that one.
Ooh, tip foul. Can he get under it? No.
Wind really coming in from left field now.
Blowing the clouds in. as
Clouds
well.
moving in. There is a chance of rain this evening. Would really put a damper on the fireworks shows. Nice throw and out.
Out at first.
No damage done by the Flyers despite having runners on base. No runs scored in the eighth. The score remains 21-16 going into the ninth with the Ferals. A nice little cushion. Let's see if they can build on that here in the ninth.
Sorry, we are in the bottom of the 8th. No. Top of the 9th.
Are you screwing this up, Brady?
I am trying my best.
This is how Brady gets when we run out of beer.
John Carney checking out the scoreboard.
21-16.
Looking satisfied, but not fully confident.
Hans steps in. Franz could not make it today. That is a 25-year-old Saturday Night Live joke.
Classic, classic.
Hans and Franz, I'm going to pump you up.
Let's see if he can pump this team up by getting a base hit.
Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey, some of their best work.
Some of their only work, actually.
He was the church lady.
Isn't that special?
And Wayne.
And Wayne. Garth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he was,
It was
that was
Garth.
Garth, yeah.
Did Kevin Nealon ever have a leading role in a movie?
No, I think he was
Not
in,
one that you'd want to watch.
He was on. He's done some TV. He was on Weeds.
That's right.
Which was a show about weed.
Surprisingly enough. Hans quick out. And nobody wants to go back out and bat for the Ferals. Raul Meza III steps up with one out here in the top half of the 9th. Watches strike 2. Ball 2 brings the count to 2-2. Raul takes a big swing.
Big crack. The glove was thrown at the ball.
Perhaps Shreve Sr.
Ineffective, but a valiant effort.
Yeah.
The heat taking its toll, obviously, on some of these players. Wiry Willie Lindsay steps in with one out and a runner on first. He watches the first pitch, and it's a ball. Count is 2-1.
Ever going to swing at that?
No intention.
Finds one he likes, pops it up out to left. Wynn keeps that one in play. We have 2 outs here in the top half of the 9th. Runner still at first.
I like this. This is a better orientation.
Flyers would really need to hold him here if they have any chance of winning this one in the 9th, as they have a 5-run deficit to overcome. Nathan Spitzberg in, watches strike 1. Outside for ball 2. Meza ready to run it first. Right back to the pitcher for the 3rd out, and that ends the top half of the 9th for the Ferals. The Flyers have some work to do here in the bottom half of the 9th. Mm-hmm. 21-16 is the score. Wiry Willie Lindsay back out there on the mound here in the 9th.
Farrell's looking to keep up that strong fielding.
To lead off here in the ninth, it's Will Rucker. As he watches ball one.
He'll appreciate that one there. Oh, intentional walk.
Intentional walk, huh? I'm not sure that's how you want to play this inning.
The smartest thing I've ever seen.
First pitch swing.
Oh, and a bobble in the outfield. He's going to third.
Well, the intentional walks really gonna make him pay for that one. Put a runner on third and second. No outs.
Runners on second and third with no outs.
And
That'll
we're gonna
score one. Grounder up the middle.
runners on the corners.
Runners on the corners with no outs. That makes it 21-17.
And the tying run is on the plate.
Willie not taking things very seriously right now.
Sure, his team is loving it. I know Carney is.
He will have to move out of his fourplex here in Fairmount if he doesn't pull this one off.
All right, the go-ahead run is up
Gonna
the bat.
have a meeting.
As Nathan Spitzberg goes out to talk to Wiry Willie.
Strike two.
Big swing. Oh!
Diving catch from center field. Didn't come up with it, though. That'll put one across the plate.
And a bit of a miscommunication. We've got 2 outs.
Kind of a pickle situation between second and third. Willie is stoked.
Willie thinks they've won. That's only 2 outs.
That'll bring it to 18-21.
Wiry Willie will need a nap after this as he is visibly intoxicated out there.
Wired, I think is the word.
Yeah.
Wiry
Wired
Willie.
Wiry wired Willie. He's getting after the umpires meeting. Farrell's pretty adamant about this.
And here comes the Flyers out onto the field. Willie had a little too much coffee this morning.
What's in that coffee?
I want some.
Hopefully it's beer.
Gross. Beer in your coffee?
Not sure what the debate's about. I know from over here it looked like there were two Ryan Place Flyers at second base.
You know, a little obscene out there. It's all right. I'm sure the children aren't listening. God knows they're not listening to this broadcast.
Is this for me?
Nice. Still can't quite figure out how to call that play.
Quite the debate going on.
Plenty of situation analyzing going on out there.
As we're calming down, there's a runner on second now.
1 out. One out. Farrell still have a 3-run lead.
I'm still not quite sure. Is that 1 or 2 outs?
1 out.
One out. Big swing by Big Crush.
Let it drop.
He let it drop. Jason
Who's been all over the
could
place
have made
today.
a play on that one. Maybe the sun was in his eyes.
That is
But
not Jason.
he pulled up lame on that one. They are rotating the fielders. Jason is not out in the field.
Bases loaded.
How does he let that fly ball drop in front of him? Big swing. And that should score 3.
That'll be
There it comes.
Oh, they're going to pull.
A ground rule double, so that only scores 2 runs. It is 21-20 with only 1 out. Winning run on second. And this will all come down to the controversial call after the confusion with 2 runners at second base.
You hate to see it on a holiday.
If Ryan Place could score 2 here, it would be their first lead of the game to walk off. Their only lead of the game would be at the end if they managed to score 2 here. Big hit to second.
Bobbles it.
Bobbles it again.
1 crosses the plate. That'll tie it up with the winning run on third. Only 1 out.
The Farrells have been haunted by fielding errors here late after
Playing very strong defense earlier.
Waiting for a pitch.
it's a strike, but the umpire called it a ball.
Yeah, the bases are juiced.
The umpire,
Grounder to second. And that'll be it. Walk off, ground ball to second. The Flyers are going to
Wow,
take the
what a
2018 game.
Flyers come back to win again. Their first and only lead of the game in walk-off fashion as they win it 22-21 here at the 5th annual Fairmount versus Ryan Place annual 4th of July softball game.
Once down by 7 runs, came back to make that game. Thank our cameraman, Baby Robert, for shooting the footage. Our production, TJ Weber. I'm Brady Lee.
Alec here.
Reed Winans.
And remember, you can afford us. It's possible.
Flyers not happy about, Farrell's not happy about this one.
Farrells can't be happy about that. They dominated almost the entire game. To give up 6 runs in the 9th.
I'm going to say Willie's rethinking that intentional walk to lead off the bottom of the
Willie
ninth there.
rethinking that intentional walk, the wild celebration.
Couple questionable calls at second today.
Couple of questionable calls. Some really tough fielding by the Farrells.
Oh, and here comes the trophy. It's a surprise. Didn't know they brought one of those out.
Trophy presentation will be presented now to the Ryan Place Flyers for the 5th straight year.
And they look a little dehydrated to be celebrating too much there. Flyers being good sports and applauding. Sorry, the Farrells. And looks like we're going to have some kind of celebration out here. They're going to retire a jersey or something there on the mound today. Well, everyone, I believe that does it for us on this 4th of July extravaganza.
Wiry Willie still pumped up out there. Perhaps steroid rage.
Got to start testing in these games. Got to start testing.
Big thanks to all our sponsors again. The Chat Room Pub, the usual. Sportswear Graphics, Cardinal, with John Morris at Cardinal. The Fort Worth Vaqueros, Old Home Supply, Anytime Fitness, Trinity General Contractors, Lovelace Law, and Super Chicks.
That's all. That's it from this year's annual neighborhood softball game. We'd like to thank you folks for listening in, and until next year, so long.